What if I told you that while most people are panicking over markets, refreshing Robinhood like it's Instagram, there's another group quietly getting paid every single quarter? Today, I'm breaking down how to build a U.S. dividend engine, an income-producing machine that doesn't require day trading, chart staring, or yelling at CNBC. In this video, you'll learn which U.S. dividend ETFs I'm actually invested in, how these ETFs have performed over 1, 3, 5, and 10 years, and how dividend investing can turn volatility into payday. Stay until the end because I'll show you the one mindset shift that transforms dividends from boring into financially addicting. Let's build the engine. So what exactly is a U.S. dividend engine? A dividend engine is simple. You invest in quality U.S. companies, then they pay you dividends. You reinvest or live on the cash. Repeat until your money develops superpowers. No hype, no guessing earnings, no trust me bro strategies. My personal U.S. dividend engine is powered by 4 core U.S. dividend ETFs. Shaked, the backbone, DRO, the growth accelerator, VIME, the income spreader, HDV, the defensive stabilizer. Together, they act like an income-producing Avengers team, minus the spandex. Let's talk transparency, because grown-up investing deserves grown-up honesty. Right now, I own 5,858 shares of SCHD. And yes, it's the undisputed heavyweight champion of my U.S. dividend engine. No belt ceremony required. To keep things balanced, I've rounded out the lineup with DGRO for growth, VYM for diversified income, and HDV for defense. Think of it like a well-coached team: offense, defense, and a whole lot of consistency. So why the heavy tilt toward SCHD? Simple. I like reliable cash flow more than adrenaline. I'm not chasing sugar highs. I'm building grocery money, vacation money, and sleep well at night money. Roller coasters are fun at theme parks, not in my portfolio. Now, for illustration purposes only, let's rewind the clock. If you had invested $10,000 into each ETF on January 1st, 2016, and held on until April 16th, 2026, here's what history would have handed you. SCHD, 241.36%. That's $10,000 growing into $34,138.24. Steady, dependable, and showing up every quarter like clockwork. VYM, 219.03%. Turning $10,000 into $31,901.45. Proving diversification doesn't mean boring. DGRO, 262.31%. The Growth Booster, converting $10,000 into $36,218.75 and reminding us patience pays. HDV, 166.08%. A more defensive play, but still transforming $10,000 into $26,601.66. Not flashy, just solid. The lesson? You don't need to swing for the fences every day to win the game. Sometimes, base hits and discipline build the scoreboard. Now, a quick but important note. Disclaimer: this content is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It's not financial, legal, or tax advice. Everyone's situation is different, so always do your own research and verify information independently. If you want guidance tailored to your personal goals, consider working with a certified financial planner who can help design a plan that fits your life, not mine. All right, disclaimer handled. Let's get back to the journey, because this engine is just getting warmed up. SCHD is designed for high-quality U.S. dividend payers, strong cash flows, and healthy balance sheets. If your U.S. dividend engine is a car, then SCHD is the part you really want to be overbuilt. Not the cup holders, not the spoiler, the "this thing starts every morning" part. SCHD brings a quality tilt, meaning it aims at high-quality U.S. dividend payers with strong cash flows and healthy balance sheets. Translation: companies that are less YOLO and more, "yes, we can keep paying you." SCHD reminds me of that quiet coworker who never speaks in meetings, but owns 3 rental properties. Let's talk about DGRO, the ETF that plays the long game with your dividends. If SCHD is about getting paid reliably, DGRO is about making sure those payments don't stay the same size forever. Because inflation doesn't get tired, and neither should your income. DGRO focuses on U.S. companies with a proven habit of raising their dividends, not just paying them, raising them. Translation: these companies don't just cut you a check, they give you a raise. Think of DGRO as the dividend version of career growth. You might not start with the biggest paycheck on day one, but stick around long enough and promotion season keeps showing up, without awkward performance reviews. In my Dividend Engine, DGRO is the growth accelerator. It's the part that quietly turns today's income into tomorrow's lifestyle upgrade. Bigger checks, more flexibility, and fewer maybe next year conversations. Think less retiree income and more future income snowball. All right, y'all. Let's talk about VYM, the ETF that's basically the Costco of dividend income. You walk in for one thing, and somehow you walk out with a whole cart full of yield. VYM gives you broad income exposure. And when I say broad, I mean broad. This thing owns banks, healthcare, energy, and industrials. It's like the ETF equivalent of that uncle who knows a guy for everything. But here's the part I love. VYM doesn't chase the flashy stuff. No meme stocks. No, my cousin's startup in a garage. Just solid, grown-up companies that actually pay you. That's VYM. Broad income exposure. A wide base of companies working quietly in the background while you focus on living your life. Or arguing with your lawn about why it grows faster than your hairline. So if you want an ETF that brings stability, income, and a whole lot of grown folk energy, VYM is your broad market workhorse. Now, let's talk about HDV, the ETF that shows up to the market like a security guard who actually takes the job seriously. HDV is all about defense and stability. This thing is built from companies that don't panic, don't flinch, and don't call in sick when the market gets dramatic. We're talking energy, healthcare, consumer staples, the grown folk sectors. And listen, every portfolio needs that one position that keeps the lights on when everything else is acting up. HDV is that friend who shows up early, brings the tools, and actually reads the instructions. While other ETFs are out here chasing trends, HDV is focused on stability, steady income, strong balance sheets, and companies that keep paying even when the economy is throwing elbows. So, if you want a core holding that protects your downside, smooths out the ride, and brings that dependable check energy, HDV is your defensive anchor. Defense, stability, and a whole lot of peace of mind. Here's the secret. Dividend investing isn't about excitement. It's about repetition. Every dividend payment is a small paycheck saying, "Good job not panicking." Reinvest long enough and something magical happens. Your income starts growing without permission. You stop asking, "What's the market doing today?" and start asking, "How many shares can I buy this quarter?" That's the wealth basics mindset. The takeaway: if this video helped you understand how to build your own US dividend engine, hit that like button. It tells YouTube you want more money-making content. More information about wealth generation. And if you want a deeper, clearer roadmap for building wealth the right way, grab my book, The Wealth Basics, a practical guide to investing and building generational wealth, the stuff we should have learned in high school. It's available on Amazon. Link is in the description. Subscribe if you want realistic, repeatable strategies that don't rely on hype. And remember, You don't need to predict the market. You just need to get paid by it. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you in the next one.